There's a very well-known ride in Scotland called the Five Ferries, and in this video I'm going to do the same ferries, but I'm going to try to do the ride off-road. I'm not really sure it can be done. When I say off-road, well, clearly this isn't off-road, so I should say as off-road as I can. Here's a general overview of the route I'm hoping to take.
It will not turn out to be a superb new gravel challenge, but it will be a cracking good adventure. I'm using the same ferries as the classic Five Ferries ride, and in this order. I've used Komoot's mountain bike planner to find rides between. It's around 75 miles in all, but I shall discover they do not all turn out well. This is the first section, and initially off-road turns out to be country lanes and bike paths.
I think I need to have a look at the route here, because this is not really the off-road route I was expecting.
Finally, I get to venture off-road properly. You've probably noticed that I'm much more heavily laden than I ought to be for this ride. I'm training with the kit I'll use on the Torino-Nice rally in September.
Well, this was an off-road route after all. Not sure it was any better than going along the coast.
Open woods, all for you.
Okay, thank you very much. And now I'm in Rothesay on the Isle of Bute. Classic Doon the Water for the Glasgow holidaymakers. I used that phrase before, Doon the Water, and I really need to apologise to any Glaswegians listening for my dreadful accent. It really just expressed how people talked about when they went on holiday. They came down to Millport, Cumbria, all the islands in the Firth of Clyde here, including Bute. And it was known collectively as that, Doon the Water.
Section 2, and almost from the start, the off-road section on the Isle of Bute is proving very tricky, especially with a laden bike.
And it was meant to be the easy bit of off-road on this section. An alternative way out of Rothesay. It's the hardest I've done for ages.
I turn onto the Walker's West Island Way for the big climb of this section, not knowing that I'll see all this again very soon.
When I said before that pushing bit was hard, I hadn't come across this climb. Oh my word. Do you know what? This is beyond a joke. I think this is now a walker's track. And it's going to go up quite high over two tops yet, and I genuinely don't think I'm going to be able to make it with this bike, not without killing myself. So despite that hill I've come up, I am going to turn around and I'm going to go back down. In a way, this has been quite liberating. It means I don't have to put myself through absolute torture just to stick to a route I'd come up with on Google. There is clearly not one to go. Also means on the next sector perhaps I don't have to go all that way up high. I can just enjoy the ride. Next sailing, 20 minutes time. There's something a bit strange of paying about 30 quid for a meal instead of a hotel room and then going to spend the night in a bivvy bag. But I tell you what, that baked cod and then a pudding. Oh! It was worth every penny. Right. Crack on.
Moving slowly through the yard, through my mind.
The next ferry is not until morning because I started late, so where best to sleep in my hooped bivvy? My planned gravel route goes high, but it's through a forest, so I feel there's a greater chance of midges. Having already abandoned my gravel plans, I'll take the road route, where I hope the coastal breeze will keep them away. Spoiler, it won't. In my last video, I think a few people thought I was saying that this bivvy is better than a lightweight tent.
Remember to bring a trolley bag for my shoes.
And that's absolutely not the case. Certainly not in Scotland. I would take a lightweight tent every time, and the reason I haven't is because I felt this would be better for the Turin-Nice rally. But actually, I've been watching the weather forecast and looking at it now, and it's not that cold, but it is quite showery. A lighter sleeping bag, but a bigger tent might be the way to go. It's trips like this which really help to make a decision. Just looking out there, the midges are gathering. Just trying to get a pair of socks on. Maybe if I roll that.
Now, I'm not going to put these too far away because I have a feeling there'll be midges down when I'm waiting at the ferry. Good God, the sun is...
Passing through Tevalach as the sun climbs over the Kyles of Bute is quite magnificent. I'm at the ferry in no time.
Yeah, I put too much water in this. Got porridge soup. Hiya. Okay, if I sit there for breakfast? Thanks. Oh man, that was good. That's like a cafe used to be. I think that adds up to 3 breakfasts in one day. I've ridden this road quite a few times over the years. I actually remember doing it on my Dawes Galaxy. That was a bike. It's never been particularly nice to ride, but people do seem to give you a bit of space. Hope I'm not speaking too soon. I was going to do a piece to camera saying, isn't it nice to be back on a minor road? I don't know. Oh, there's a lot there. Isn't that fantastic to see so many cyclists using this ferry? Okay. How can I have a wave? Yeah, thank you very much. Just having a big chat with Robin and Anna there, who watch the channel. Thank you very much. They've come from Edinburgh. They've ridden from Edinburgh and they've been around the bottom end of Arran. Arran is a hugely popular island, as you might have gathered, for cyclists. And now they're going to do the Caledonia Way. Yep, we're going up there. This actually feels a little bit alpine, although obviously shorter. This is the sort of thing that just happens when you're bike touring. End up in somebody's backyard who, when they're having a sail, with a cup of cold lemonade in your hand, which is very welcome. I can see across the bay that the ferry is in, which is not good because there's very little chance of me getting there, changing my ticket in time before it leaves. And there she goes. Oh well, less than an hour to wait. So while I wait for the next ferry amid the bustle of Brodick, let's look back on the last couple of days. What I have certainly not achieved is finding a really good gravel alternative to the Five Ferries ride. I'm sorry about that. If you find one, do let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed this, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you again next time. Bye.